Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Econobox garage. One of the parts orders I was waiting for has arrived, so that's going to allow me to install the steering rack and also the steering column. And once those are installed, I'll be able to put the dampers in that I cleaned up in the previous episode. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy this week's video. Well, I've got my parts order in from AH Spares in the UK, and one of those parts is the shim for this side of the steering rack. And I realized that I actually didn't take the one off this side. You can sort of see there's a little bit of an indentation there, so there's actually that shim is existing on there. So I just need to put one on here. That's this piece here. It just wraps around there and spaces it out in the bracket here. So I'll get that in place, and then also in that process I'll be installing the steering column, because I need to get things lined up with the column and this before I can clamp the rack down. So let's get that shim in and get to work on putting the steering column in. Before I bolt the steering rack into place, I'm going to get the steering column itself loosely in place as well. Here's the main bracket for that steering column. Now I've taken it out, cleaned it. And if you do that, make sure you get the right number of shims back in that it came with. In my case, there's 3 here. Also, the holes in the bracket are slotted, so it has some side-to-side movement. Make sure you get it back in the same spot to retain the alignment that it had before. So I'm going to get that in, put the steering column in. There's a rubber bit that goes up in there and clamps around the column in here. So to help me get this part of the steering column back in correct position in the bracket, it's really hard to see on the video here, but there is a spot that's nice and shiny and almost new where this rubber gasket went. So what I've done is I've just put a piece of tape around it at the top side of that, and left a little tab so it's easy to peel off afterwards. So that way I know when I put this back in that bracket, I just line the end of that rubber up with the tape. I'll be in the right spot, or at least in the same spot it was in when I took it apart. Well, this is definitely becoming a kind of a learn-as-you-go process. And you can see I've got the column out again. This is the outer shaft or cover, and there's a grommet or seal that goes on the end of this where it goes to the firewall. But in fact, this actually doesn't go through the firewall. It goes into that hole up there. So I think it's going to be easier to get this into that hole without the rest of the shaft in. Then I can slide that shaft up the column from the other side, and so that gives me a lot of some free play to make this work. So let's give that a try. So here's where that plug or grommet comes through the firewall. So I'm just trying to work it in to get the lip around the edge of the hole there. On the other side, it's actually just a very simple plastic plug that seals that hole up. With a little bit of fiddling and that, I've got this grommet in. So now I can go and finish off installing the rest of the column. So when mounting the column or the steering shaft to the steering rack, you'll notice there's a little indent in the splines here. And that's where, when this is all installed correctly, this bolt will ride right in there, and that stops the shaft from coming off the splines. It's important to get the hole lined up with that slot so that the bolt can go in, tighten everything up, and you won't have to worry too much about the steering shaft coming off the rack. Well, you can see I have the rubber bit here, or rubber shim, right up against the edge of the tape, so I know that's back in position it was in originally, and I've got it where it's lined up side to side. Now I can tighten up the bolts and the 2 screws, and that part of the steering column is done. Okay, we're all clamped up in place on this end, and the grommet right about there at the back, you can see. And you can see the rubber around here, and I've already taken the tape off. So the steering column goes down here to the rack. I've tightened up this pinch bolt, and next up I'm just going to put the brackets on the rack itself, so all that is all secured, and we're getting ever closer to getting the front suspension on the car. So the next step in the steering installation here is to set the backlash of the rack to the pinion. And I have the manual here, and these are the instructions. And so I'll follow those along. And one of the things it asks for is to set that tension. So it requires a 3-ounce force at the rim of the steering wheel, or to turn the steering. Now that I have the steering rack in place, bolted in, and the steering column as well, the backlash set now as per the manual. So next I'm going to install the dampers. Now if you recall, when I pulled these out, there was shims on the right hand side under these 2 bolts, and those are the shims there. And on the left hand side there was a shim under the single bolt. So I'm going to put it back together the same way. I'm assuming that is for some sort of alignment and what have you. So let's get to work on that. Now with the shims that I put in, one thing I made sure to do is to make sure that the open end points down the slope of the mounting surface here. So if it does come loose, at least it's going to want to stay in there. So I did that with this one here, and it's a little tougher to see on the other side. But again, the open end is pointing downwards. So that's the dampers installed, and that's all I have time for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to share it with your friends. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget that little bell icon. Click on that and you'll get notified when the next video comes out. My name is Ian. This is the Econobox Garage. We'll see you next time.